Today I am bringing you a solo playthrough of a Gigawatt as I take control of a region and attempt to make the energy transition from fossil fuels to sustainable non-fossil electricity production as the demand for energy is ever increasing. Now this one's medium complexity. It plays 1 to 6, takes about 60 to 120 minutes, and we can see the designers there as well. Let's get cracking then. Here we go then. I am taking on Gigawatt on my own. Here we go. Let's see how we get on. So I'm going to be the Pyrenees region today. I start with 2 gas power stations and 2 coal. And this is the, say, easier, medium. You can go difficult as well by adding another coal station, which would start you on 18, but for today we've gone for the medium complexity. So we've got 2 of those, 2 each, and the combined totals of their production is 3, 3, 4 and 4, which combine for 14, which is why we start on a production of 14, and our demand is 14 as well, which gives us 14 opening money. Now we've already randomly rolled the dice to determine our external markets and what energy surplus or deficit they begin with. So connected here, we've got 4 regions. We've got the North Sea up here through these power lines, and they have red cubes. We've got Central Europe with red cubes. We are over to the Adriatic Sea, who have green cubes, and then down here we've got North Africa. So those are our external markets in the game that we can do trading with, and it's one cube for now, connections through those, and I'll go through these sort of connections and I can improve that as well. We've got technology cards at the top. You will have removed 2 cards, or 4 in total. You've got the interconnector failure, you remove those, there's 2 of those, and then you've got preferred trade partner. So you're taking out 4 cards in the solo version. We have got, that's pretty much it. We've got the rounds here. I'm just going to dive straight in, folks. I've got an overview and a run-through video already. I've also got the player sheet just out of camera view, but I've got a separate camera that'll focus on the level 1, 2s and 3s, and that'll all make sense shortly. Okay, so kicking off then, the first thing we are doing is technology cards. So we've got 4 up here. We've got wind subsidy. I can receive a discount of 2 on each new wind farm I construct, which is kind of nice, and it's going to cost me, the cost of the bottom 1 coin tells me when I can use it. It's recurring during the construction phase. Order on to go for a demand foresight. Use before rolling your demand and set all of them to 3 instead of rolling them. 2 money 1 times only. Oh, some good stuff here. Wind forecasting. Once per round, you may re-roll the wind die. And each round at the end of phase 4, you may remove all the cubes from 1 external market. Wowzers, okay, there's a few good ones. I can only buy 1 now. Firstly, I'm looking at the Pyrenees region, and I can see this nation is focused towards, we've got the possibility of putting anything on this blank spot, but we're restricted, and you can put anything on these, but you have to pay the costs. We're restricted to a bit of nuclear and more solar power in our region, which you can see other regions maybe have, well, we've got biomass, we've got the sort of dams, the hydro, and those. Now, I should add that in a solo game, you only have the option to buy up to 2 biomass and 2 hydro dams, which I've kind of got these here to remind me. But being in the Pyrenees is not really favouring that. So the reason I've gone through that is because it determines, do I really want to buy this wind forecasting if I'm not really going heavy on the turbines? Okay. Well, that puts that one out really, the wind subsidy, the wind forecasting. This one, each round at the end of phase 4, you may remove all the cubes from 1 external market. I'm going to go for that one, and that is quite a crucial card in a solo game, because if these external markets aren't working in my favour, I'm in trouble. Right, so you can buy 1 card then, and I'm paying $2 for that one, and I'll just keep that just down here, shall we? Okay, and I can use it in terms of the cards, cost at the bottom right, and you can see it's recurring, and it's during that particular phase 4, so the symbology is kind of nice there. Now, in the solo game, if you get a block card which has an X at the top, that will affect you. Now, there's a bit of discretion. I couldn't quite figure out the rules as to if you get multiples, are you affected by them all, but typically, in a normal game, you buy 1 card, card, you move them all along, and you replenish. And you can see this one's got a plus symbol. It'll be an X. So after the technology phase, you always discard a card here. It kind of reminds you here. So you replenish the card you took, and you will then discard one. So we're discarding this one. Well, I'll place this out of view. And we are replenishing. So we move all these to the side. And we've got an X card. So now, for me, I would say that doesn't affect you this round. You've just done the technology section phase 1, so that will come into play on the next round, is my assumption. It's a little bit fuzzy in the rules, but that's how I've been playing it. So we'll ignore them. We've just refreshed that. Over to number 2, which is construction. Now, you can see here we've got the level 1s just at the top there. It's got a little level 1. So we can buy what have we got? We've got a coal power station, the cost of 3, and this is the energy it's going to give us 4. We could buy gas at 5, and this is going to give us 3 energy, and we've got the capacity to store either 1 red or 1 green cube. Nuclear at 20. We're going to spend all that money, but it gives us 6 energy. We've got the biomass, 7 money and 3 energy. As you can see, the variability here. We've got this one, which is going to do our hydro at 9, 3 energy. We can store cubes as well. We are locked out from solar, which is really frustrating because the Pyrenees currently are kind of probably all about the solar. Now we can access that at level 2, which you can just see down here, and level 2 is going to come into play once we get past this area here for demand. Okay, we've got wind farms. We could go for 11 and get 4 energy. We are locked out of having storage capacity for X surplus energy, and we can buy these improved networks for transporting, which I think is an absolute must in the solo version. So we're going to buy, you can buy as many things as you want as long as you can afford it. We're going to place one of these here. So you can see currently the Pyrenees is connected through here at a typical rate of one. So we could buy one of these and that is it. But this improves that ratio to 4. So we're going to pay 4 money. We're going to take 2 of these. So we're going to pay 8 money. And we have literally bought 2 of these. So you can see the cost of 4, and it lets us improve that ratio to 4. So where else are we going to go? We're going to go for this one. Now, I've specifically gone for North Africa region, Asia, because they've currently got green surplus cubes. And if I'm struggling to meet demand, which can vary considerably by these dice rolling, then I've got them as a backup. Okay, so that is construction. We are over to the third phase, which is a few bits, and you can actually win the game from here. Now, the win condition is the same as the normal game. If you have no dirty fuel, so you basically got no consumption of gas or the coal, so if you've got none of them factories, you've got complete renewables, and at that particular point, your production is higher than demand, then you win the game. Okay, we're nowhere near that yet. So what can we do then? We're going to roll the dice. Now, we're in number 1, the 1990s as such, and we're rolling 1 dice to represent that. So 4. So we're going to increase our demand. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the demand is currently 18, but we're only providing 14 energy. Okay, so we then roll the weather dice, which we don't need to because we've got no wind farms, we've got no solar energy, but hopefully we can start constructing them on later rounds. We're going to get plus or minus cubes. So our nation is demanding 18. We can only provide 14. So we're getting 4 red cubes. So we plonk these on our nation here. We're then earning income. And your income is based on the demand. So 18, our nation want that energy and they're paying for it as well. So we're going to get 18 bucks, which we're very much going to need to develop our infrastructure. Okay, that's been paid. Next, replenish the external markets. Now, if one of these 4 external markets have 0 cubes, this is the time we would roll this dice and determine whether it's a red 5 or a green 5. Okay, we are now going to stage 4. So that was it for stage 3. We're going to trade cubes. So if we have cubes left here at the end of this phase, we're paying a penalty of 3 money per cube. So now we're trading. So we can trade with any of these external markets, but it's going to cost us to get rid of our red cubes. $1 per cube. So if we want to sell these red cubes, we're going to have to pay $1 Or essentially, we can buy the green cubes at a buck as well. Now, if we had green cubes, we could sell the green cubes for money. So you can earn money by having surplus energy. So we are going to buy 4 green cubes from North Africa, and we have the capacity to transmit sort of 4 energy over here. So we're going to have to pay 4 money for that. So we pay 4 money back to the supply, and now we can sort of balance these off. So we're going to get rid of 4 red cubes, and we have the 4 green cubes to match them. Great. Now we could, if we really want to save our money from round to round, have just took 2 green cubes, because we can actually store 1 cube on our gas plants here, and you can see those little red and green markers there. But we just want to get rid of those cubes for now, and I like to sort of clear the markets if I can. It's really frustrating that we've just got the 1 left in North Africa, because when we get round to this phase at the end of the next round, this isn't getting replenished still, because there's still a cube there. You'll only replenish if there was nothing on it. Okay, so that was trading cubes. Now, the closing auction phase. There is no auction. You've literally just got the ability to close a plant, and it varies in cost in the solar version. So if your demand is still in phase 1, you can pay 6 money to close one of these. If it's in phase 2, you can pay 12 money. And if it's in phase 3, you're paying 24 money. So considerably more expensive. But my decision now is, am I going to pay 6 to close one of these? But then I'm going to go back on the energy I'm producing, because I'll be closing that plant, and I'm not ready to do that. It's a difficult challenge. I need the money. Right, okay, so that was around. We're back around to number 1, and I'm going to buy a technology card. But this time, this block card is in play. Now, what is this? Public protests storage. So target 1 player, which is going to be me. They may, I'll give you a bit of a close-up view on here. So here we go. Public protest. Target 1 player, they may not construct or upgrade one of their sort of energy battery areas this round. So these will only apply for 1 round, and then they're gone. Okay, so that's kind of not the worst at the moment, because I couldn't build this storage capacity in level 1 anyway. Okay, am I going to buy any of these? I think, now you've got this interesting balance. If I buy a card, it's then going to get replenished. And if it's getting replenished, there could be nasties in there. And there's some of these cards that come out as CO2 cards, which means you're paying taxes. And I certainly don't want one of them. So, I do like this demand foresight. It basically, before rolling your demand, I can set all of them to free instead of rolling them, which if I have 3 dice and I get, say, 3 6s and it goes up 18, this will let me limit it to 9. So, but I'm going to save my money. Right, so I'm not going to buy anything. But we still discard a card. That gets discarded. We move this along and we bring out a card. Okay. So, number 2, construction. How much have we got? We got 15, 18. I need to be buying something juicy. So I have got 18 bucks. Now I am looking at, I forgot to use my ability actually. External market balancing. So at the end of phase 4, I could have removed all queues for 1 external market, which I am going to go back and use that, because that's a very big hindrance if I don't. So what I'm going to do is, I would have gone back and I had the ability to remove these cubes, and I'm going to do so from the North Sea region, and you'll see why. So we've gone back a sec, we've activated my card, and we'll resume play. So I'm in construction. 18, what can I buy then? So we've got, I could even buy dirty fuel, which I'm not going to. I can't quite afford a nuclear power station at 20. Maybe I'm going to go for a wind farm. 11, okay. Ouch, this is painful. It's going to have to go in this one spot. So I'm going to spend 11. I probably want to get one of these wind subsidies. Well, I can't go back now. Receive a discount of 2 on each. Tough decisions. Okay. Hydro's going to cost me 9, and I could store a cube as well. Let's go. I'm already falling behind on meeting my demand, and I haven't even rolled the dice yet.
Okay, I'm going to go hydro. We're going to pay 9 for that one. So one change. Remember, I've only got 2 of these I can build. So I'm going to place this on this empty spot. And it's going to increase my production by 3. So I'm now producing 17. And I've got the capacity to potentially store a cube there as well, which could come in handy. I've got, how much have I got left? 9 money. I could still buy something else. Maybe I want to go for biomass. Yes, let's do it. I'm going to buy one of them as well. I just need to keep up. Money in my hand is just dangerous at the moment. Okay, so I'm going to buy one of these. It's going to, you can see it's going to cost me 7, but to place it, can't place it in one of these 3 spots or here. I'm going to have to pay an extra coin to place it there. So it's actually going to cost me 8 gigawatt money. Okay, we paid the 8, and I'm increasing this 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that is construction. Over to this little dice symbol. So firstly, we're going to roll the dice. It's going to be 1 dice. Where are they? Because we're in phase 1. Oh, we've got a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are then rolling the weather dice, which we don't need to because we still have no solar power or wind farms. Right, get the plus minus cubes. So demand's at 23. We're on 20. And we're getting 3 red cubes. How frustrating. Okay, and I don't think I've actually got enough money. Oh, my days. I didn't think about that, did I? Okay, maybe I'm going to have to backtrack, folks. Otherwise, I'm going to be bankrupt already. There's no loans in the game. I really should have thought about that. Oh, no, I'm getting income first. Yes, excellent. Right, get my cubes done. Earn income. Completely forgot about it. So my demand's 23. I'm getting 23 money, and I'm already going to be spending this to get those green cubes. Next, replenish the external markets. So this one is getting replenished, which is great. Okay, so roll this. Oh dear, it's 5 red cubes. What a nightmare. Okay, so 5 red cubes are out here. And, no, we're not in phase 4 yet, are we? So, replenish external markets. Now we go to phase 4. I'm going to get to trade cubes. So, I really need to be buying one of these. And I am going to, so the money I have at the moment, I've got 24. I really want to buy a nuclear power station because it's going to give me a lot more power. So I'm not going to buy all the green cubes I need. I'm going to store some. So I'm going to store this one here, maybe I'm just going to store all 3 this round. Well, no, I want to buy one because I want to clear North Africa. So I'm going to buy one from North Africa external market. I pay for that. So then I balance them off. So 1 green for 1 red. We've balanced it. We've got no penalties to pay because we're able to store those cubes for now. We are good. Okay, we're over to closing the plant. We can still pay 6. I just can't afford it. I can afford it, but I don't want to lose the production at the moment. So we're skipping that one. We're back around to number 1 then. Okay. What are we going to buy? I just don't think I can buy anything. Receive a discount of 3 for that. For free energy. No, we're not doing that one. Oh, this one's discarded, I should add. We've taken that one, right. So that's getting discarded, which means we're replenishing, hopefully. What have we got? Coal to biomass. It's a plus. So I can replace one of those. Let's have a close-up for you. I can replace 1 coal with a biomass. Move your production pool -1, not possible of your pub. Okay, and then you can see the costs at the bottom, 11. I just can't afford to do that right now. But what's this one here? Double closing, right. Okay, I'm definitely not willing to close 2 at the moment. That one's no good. And wind subsidy, I've not really gone down the wind avenue. So I'm not buying a card, folks, but I'm going to have to discard one of these. And we're bringing out another one. We've got solar subsidy, which is going to be very handy for me, actually. Give me a discount in a minute. I'll definitely purchase that next round. Okay, over to construction. I am buying a nuclear power station. So we can see here the cost of 20. I'll stop wobbling that. There we go. 20 for that. And it's going to give me 6 energy. So 20 paid. And we get a level 1. We can place it here because that's a specific spot. And we're going up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fantastic. Okay, over to phase 3. So we're rolling the dice. Still only 1 dice. I need a low number, folks. Come on, give me a bit of luck. Yes, that is awesome. Right, number 2. So what do we got next? Roll in the weather dice. We haven't got any solar or wind. That's fine. So we're actually, for a change, producing more. Our production's on 26 and demand's on 25. So we are gaining a green cube. Wow, look at that. It's the power of infrastructure. Spending that money for that nuclear station was well worth it. So next, we're earning income then. So we're still only getting 25, which I will take. And we will replenish the external market. So North Africa, we really need a green now. Oh my days, 5 red. Okay, this is how it can sometimes go against you if you're just not getting that roll. Okay, so 5 there. Next up is over to phase 4, trading cubes. So we are going to trade this cube with just one of our own. We'll get rid of one here. So we could have traded that with one of our external markets and we would have gained a 1 gigawatt money for that. But we're just going to get rid of one of these instead. So boom, we've balanced it off and we are neutral, no penalties to pay. Close in a plant, no, we are, it would be a good time to do it because we're on the last spot of demand. We're going to do it, folks. This is probably our only opportunity to do this right. We're going to pay 6. So remember, 6 here, 12 here, and 24 here. So we automatically close right now. In the multiplayer game, you actually are bidding against each other to be doing this, and there's certain minimum costs as well. So what are we going to close? And we're going to close this gas plant. So that's now gone. We've freed up a spot as well, which is great. But our production is going back 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so back around phase 1. I wanted one of these cards. Which one was it? It was the... was this solar subsidy? So we'll have a little closer up. Receive a discount of 1 on each new one produced, and I can use that during construction phase. It only cost me a coin. You can see I could potentially build 2, now 3, and I think I'm going to have to go solar heavy. We're close on the next round to going into that section, which allows me access to this level 2 section here, which will be really nice. I'm going to buy that for 1. Obviously, the risk being I'm bringing more cards out here, which can affect me with those block ones. So I'm paying a coin 1 for that. And we're replenishing. And we've got an electricity. Let's show this one. Electricity price increase. So receive 2 instead of 1 for every green cube we sell to the market. We're nowhere near in a position to utilise that. And we're going to discard that card like normal. Bring these along. And reveal. So this is a block card which we are going to be impacted by next round is what we're saying. Okay, over to construction. Now I have 21 bucks. I could build another nuclear just here, which I think I'm going to do. Absolutely right, we're doing that. 20. And we're going to buy another one. Here we go. So this is going down here. We are going at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excellent. And where are we now? We've done construction. Did I have any cards? Solar subsidy. I can't build solar just yet. So we're rolling the demand dice. We're still within the 1. I've had a spot of luck with that. And we're only going at 3 as well. 1, 2, 3. Would you look at that? We've got another green cube coming our way. Weather dice, we're not rolling. And we're getting a green difference. So the difference is 29 from 28. We've got a surplus of 1 cube. This is going rather well. I'm usually getting punished in my solo plays. Right then, so earning income. We're getting 28, which I'm definitely going to be spending on solar panels next round. Okay, we've got our income. Replenish external markets. Oh, I forgot to remove one. Right, I'm going to do it. I'm backtracking. I completely forgot. I've got a lot going on in my brain right now. So let's assume last round I, as my ability, got to remove those 5. So now we're going to replenish external markets. Oh my days, we've had constant reds here, haven't we? Right, 5 are coming out there. I'm going to prove to you there are greens on this dice. There's 3 greens and 3 reds. Okay. There we go, replenish mark. So trade cubes, number 4. I've got a green one. I'm just going to go and clear out this red cube there. I might be in a position now. I'm going to have to pay 12, aren't I, to now get rid of a coal or a gas station. But I have got... I'm not doing too bad for money. Okay, so that's the end of trade cubes. Closing a plant is what I was alluding to. I'm doing well here, and I've got a little bit of wriggle room. If I'm paying 12 now, I'm still going to be paying 12 up here. But the dice are going to be 2 dice now when it comes to rolling for the demand. So I'm going to leave it there for now. I'm going to try and get a surplus of green cubes, hopefully, to maybe start making some money from the external markets, or just give me that little bit of an engine going on. Right, back around. What are we buying? I didn't fancy any of those. The gas price increase, I don't think I'm going to make that much. Oh no, this was a blocking card. So this comes into play now. Let's get a close up then. So this blocking card, all other players pay 1 per level 1 they own and 2 for they own. So 1 time only. So basically this round I'm having to pay 1 money per gas station and 2 in level 2. I'm having to pay 2 money for each gas station. Lucky I've only got 1 remaining. So I've got 1 gas station. We're in level 2. I'm paying 2 money for that one. Okay, so that's going to stay there. Now I'm not going to buy a card. I'm going to remove this one and we're replenishing. Let's see what we got. So we got a correction subsidy. So receive a discount 2 for each new connection upgrade you construct. Oh, I forgot to buy those, but actually there's no greens out there. Okay, so I'm just going to bring this one down to remind me to discard that at the end of this round. Over to construction. Now we're going solar panels, folks. So I'm going to up this one just here so you get a bit of a view of these. So you can see now we have access to all these areas here. So you can actually upgrade stuff as well. So you can see we can upgrade our nuclear power stations for the cost of 20, from a 20 to a 40, which means we get 12 energy. That sounds really good to me, actually. And the solar costs 4. How cheap is that? Right, we're going big here, folks. We are going to buy a solar panel. So we can see this solar panel is going to cost us 4. Let's buy 2 of them. So that's 8 spent. Oh, we've got discounts, have we? Receive a discount of 1 for each new. So that's actually only going to cost us 6. That's great. Okay, that's paid itself off already. So we are taking 2 level 1s. Well, they're level 2s they're called because they only come out. So we're placing 2 of these here. And we've paid for those. And I've still got about 20. I think I'm going to upgrade a nuclear power station. We're doing it. Okay, so I'm paying 20. 1, 2. Let me do my maths. So I'll show you what I'm doing now. I've just paid 20. Now the reason these upgrades are nice is because it's saving you space on your board. So you can see here then, I am now going to spend 20 to upgrade this. And when I turn it over, I'll just get a closer up, you can see it's gone from this 6 over to a 12 without taking any more space up on the board. So I've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you'll notice I've not increased my production for those 2 sort of solar panels I've just bought, and there's a reason for that, and I'll show you in a minute how that all works. So construction, and I've only got 1 buck left. Okay, so we're over to this 3rd phase. We're going to roll the dice, and it's 2 dice this time because we're in this area here. Okay, a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're matching, which is a good start. We're then going to roll the weather dice, which we are doing. So you've got a dice which is dictating whether it's really sunny. I'll show you a close-up. You can see if it's really sunny here or it's a sort of cloudy half-cast day. And we've got the wind dice as well, which is the same, but we haven't actually got any wind turbines, so we're not too fussed about that dice. So we're going to roll this dice. It's very sunny. Now, when it's extremely sunny, we can see on the actual solar panels here that we're going to get 4 energy per one. If it was half a sort of cloudy, overcast day, we'd only get 2. So we've got 2 of these, so we are getting 8. So you take So you can see a close-up of this sort of little token here. We take this out. So this represents your production. This represents your weather production. So that was on 35. So then we go up another 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our overall production is 43. So we've now got a bit of a dilemma that we've got too many green cubes, but actually we're going to earn income from those, which is fine. So where are we? We get our difference in cubes. So the demand is 35. We're actually producing 43. So we're getting 8 green cubes. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. All right, we're getting our income then, which is only 35 for demand, but I'll take that. And we are now replenishing external markets. Okay, I forgot once again, didn't I, to remove one? All right, I've got away with that enough. I've forgotten to remove one of the markets as one of my actions, but hey, it's probably going to work in my favour again because I would have got rid of the reds, when actually I don't mind the reds being there now. Okay, so replenish external markets. They've all got cubes there. We don't do that. Over to number 4. And I'm going to trigger this now, actually, because this is at the end of phase 4. So first I have to do the trading. Now I'm going to actually keep some of these in backup in case I have a bad round. So I can keep up to 2 of them. And this is where the energy storage will be handy, because now I have access. You can see just on here out of camera view, I can pay 7 and store up to 6 cubes there, which is really handy if I've got a surplus like now and then I have bad times ahead. Now I still have to shift the rest of these cubes here. So I'm going to sell them to other markets, and I can sell 4 to this market. I can sell 2 to this. Oh dear. I don't want to be selling them to them 2. I have to sell them to one where there's reds. So I can sell, luckily, 1 over there and 1 here, because that connection allows me to sell 1. So I've made 3, 4, 6 money because I've sold my extra energy. Those other external markets required them. Okay, where are we? So we then go to we finished end of 4, and I'm going to discard 1 for 1 there. And we've got 1 for 1 here. So you have to sort of balance off the external markets as well. These guys are losing 4 red. And the 4 green are gone. So now as my special action, I can remove one of these markets. We're going to do Central Europe. Okay, so we've moved those. Because of my external market balancing over to 5, then I am not spending. Or do I? I'm in a good position here. I am. I'm going to do it. So I'm going to spend 12 money to automatically close. So spend the 12. One of my dirty fuels. So I'm going to spend 12 to do the coal one. So that's out of the game. I reduce my... this goes back. Now I go 1, 2, 3, 4 down. Okay, hopefully I can make some other renewable sources of energy. Right, that's there. Back around. We discard that card because that block card has had its day once around. Shuffle these along. Replenish. We've got wind forecasting. Once per round, you may re-roll the wind dice. I still haven't got any wind turbines. And I don't think I'm going to buy any of them. So we're just going to discard that card. Move these along. Replenish. Extra closure. I can close down an extra one from round to round. Okay, number 2, construction. So I have got 30 money, folks. We can go big here. Kind of liking these solar panels, and they give me that variability there. If it's not sunny, I'm in trouble. I can't recall if there's a limit to how many nuclear power stations I can buy. Maybe I'm going to mix it up. What have we got on offer here? So I'm definitely not buying any dirty fuel. I can't remember if there's a cap on those. I'm not going to go with those. Hydro has got quite a good rate of return there, actually. I could spend 18 to get 6. And it lets me store cubes. And that's providing 6 energy, which is better than... I'm doing that hydro. So you can see hydro is going to cost me 9, and then to upgrade it to the other side 18, and I'm getting 6 production which is more efficient than a nuclear power station. So we're going to do that. We're going to spend 18, 2 back. We're getting one of those hydros. We've already got one of them. So I'm actually taking this straight away, flipping it, and I'm getting a booster of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm quite plush for cash. I might actually increase the other one at the same time, which is 9 to bolster that around. So I'm just going to pay the 9, and that's going to increase me by 1, 2, 3. Paid the 9, one change, and that's construction. Oh, I haven't quite got enough to build another one of these sort of better transmitters. Okay, we'll ignore that. Oh, over to phase 3. Right, this game could probably take me about an hour and a half to play a solo version, so I might call it the last round on this one, and I'll go through how it would work with ending the game, which I've never had much success at actually winning. It's a hard playing solo. Right, what we're doing, phase 3. We're rolling the dice. It's 2 dice. What have we got? Oh, 7. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll take that. That's not too bad. Roll the weather dice. So we are rolling the sun one, and it's full. So we're getting 4 and 4 is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we are getting, demand is 42. We're providing 48. We have got 6 surplus cubes, if I can get those. So there we are. We've got greens. And we're over to earning income, which is 42. Oh, wow. I would actually love to just play on, but that would be a long video for you guys. Right, earn income. Replenish external markets. Oh, I didn't do it again, did I? Oh, no, Central Europe. I removed it. I remembered. So where's the dice? Here we go. We got a green, folks, which is probably not what I need right now. So we got 5 replenished there. Over to trading cubes. Now, do I keep this surplus, or do I? Well, I'm definitely going to trade one with this nation, and I haven't built a transmitter to trade them with 4, so I'll trade one with them. Now, this is where I'm in bother. Yes, I'm actually in a spot of bother here because I haven't got the ability, because I didn't build a transmitter there, to shift this surplus energy. It's a good example for the video of how penalties are going to work. Now, I can store 1 cube there. I have upgraded this, luckily, so I can store another cube here, another 2 cubes here, and I've already sent those cubes off, and these markets don't require surplus energy. So I've actually got a penalty, folks. Okay, so now we're going to balance these off. They're getting rid of a 1 red for a green, and I would have got a coin for that as well. I'm going to get a coin for this one, which is freed that up. I'm also going to use my action to just get rid of 5 from here, and I'm left with 1 green cube. If it's green or red, it doesn't matter. You're facing a penalty, so I'm spending free money to the supply as my penalty. So actually, I really want these markets. I need to improve the infrastructure to get rid of my surplus energy, and so I'm going to have to definitely buy a transmitter on the next round, and maybe more storage capacity to host these. Now, I will just show you one of the batteries. So I get a close up here. You can see this is what one of these look like, and you can store up to 6. And if you upgrade it in level 3, you can see you can hold up to, is that 12 there? Very nice. Okay, we survived. Are we going to spend 12 to get rid of one of those? Potentially, because it's going to cost me 24 here. We're going to do it. We're going to spend 12. So we're going to get 6 back. Oh no, I've got energy on them. Oh no, I haven't. I've got one of these free. Okay, we're going to get rid of this coal one. So we've managed to get rid of that. We are going back 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is where I'm going to leave it, folks. So you would continue pretty much exactly the same as I've been doing. But let's hypothetically say the demand on the next turn comes into here. From then on, you can see it reminds you on the board, you're rolling 3 dice. And folks, this game escalates massively. Once you start rolling 3 dice, you know, you're up here and you're really trying to catch up. But you are earning more income, which means you've got more infrastructure you can build, and you can see how quickly I managed to get this up. But you've also got that struggle of trying to get rid of your dirty energy, which I've done really well so far. And I would probably, unless I had a really low roll of like up to a 4 and stayed in this area, I could have actually paid 12 to remove that with a lucky dice roll. And then I would have been completely renewable as a nation. And if I just spent all my money on, renewable sources and had a higher demand, a higher production and demand, I would have actually won the game at phase 3. But that's what you're trying to do. So let's say later on in the game, the demand is at, where are we on the outer one? 66. And I've had a good roll with solar, and my demand's 81. And I'd actually managed to get rid of this gas station. If this was the case, I've got renewable energy as a nation, great, fantastic, and I'm actually producing more than demand. I have won. Now, that is an instant win. You can also, if from game to game, if you can store all your green surplus cubes, it says you add up all your money after earning income, and you get your amount of money minus the demand, which would be 66. The difference would be your score. So let's say I had 80 money, I've stored all my green cubes, 80 minus 66 would give me 14 score. So you can compete from game to game to try and better your score. But honestly, just having an instant win is hard enough. And yeah, that is it, folks. Now, there's a variety of cards in here. I kind of didn't really get a CO2 card come out. Let me see. Oh, it would have been close, actually. Let me get you a closer up of this. So this can be painful. So you can see that the CO2 tax, dependent on the round and era and what you've got left, you've got, a coal or a gas, you're going to be paying these. So in level 2, I'm going to be paying 3 money for each coal, 2 money for each gas, 3 money for each gas level 2. So that's a big tax to pay, folks. And you can only do one of those max. So if you get unlucky and you reveal this, you pay it, you discard it. If another one came out, you'd ignore it and you discard it and keep replenishing till you're fine. But it's dangerous in this solo version with these block cards and when they come out as well. There we are, folks. A lot of fun. Enjoy.